the science guy. Bill, it's great to see you. Thank you for being here with me. I just want to start with the EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin's claims that overturning the EPA's endangerment finding is a good thing. You are the best science educator out there, I will say. Explain why overturning or potentially overturning this rule is a big deal.
Well, so the premise of the bid back in 2009 was carbon dioxide. If you think of it as the greenhouse gas that keeps the earth warm enough for all of us to be here, to have liquid water, solid water, and gaseous water all at the same time, that's great. If you think of it as the chemical, the compound that nourishes plants, that enables them to metabolize and for you and me to have food, that's really good. But if you have too much carbon dioxide, then the world's getting warmer at a, right now, uncontrollable rate, and that's bad. So carbon dioxide is a gas that is both good and bad. And Mr. Zeldin and his colleagues have embraced the idea that it's only good. And so therefore it's not a pollutant, or it doesn't endanger anyone, as was discovered, as you said, back sort of at 1950s, but especially in the 1980s. People pointed out that if you have too much of it, that we're going to have serious problems here on Earth. And so I want to say categorically, he's wrong. They're wrong. What they're talking about is inappropriate, and he's embraced the idea that the oil and gas industry has promulgated for a long time, that climate change is not a serious problem.
One of the things they did that was jarring to me, I'm sure even more jarring to you because you're an actual scientist, is they justified their decision to relinquish their power by citing a report from the Department of Energy, which has included in it this line: that CO2 warming, quote, appears to be less damaging economically than commonly believed, and that aggressive mitigation strategies could be more harmful than beneficial. I would just add that Wired magazine also reports that 9 scientists across several different disciplines say that the report mishandled citations of their work by cherry picking the data. This seems to be a bit of a trend, cherry picking data from renowned scientists, well-known scientists, a number of them calling it out. How concerned are you about that trend as somebody who is such a defender of science and data?
Well, this is the concern, everybody, is pretending that science is not, the discoveries made by scientists at the Environmental Protection Agency are to be ignored, based on, as you said, cherry picking certain sentences where mitigation would be good. Yes, it would be good, but there's no substitute. When you're in a hole, stop digging, as the saying goes. And look, you guys, everybody, I used to work in the oil industry. People forget, I used to work in the oil patch in West Texas. And we just can't do it anymore. I mean, okay, so the sooner we stop doing it, the better. And of course, for us in the United States, right now we're having this very strong heat dome. It's very hot weather, which is going to affect agriculture, which will affect everybody's prices, the price of your food in the grocery store. And what we don't want is to have it be so far along, it's very, very difficult to reverse. So everybody pay attention and vote. And I'll just say that this idea that whatever the oil and gas industry tells people in the administration is true is probably wrong. And so just don't vote for them anymore, and when you get a chance, let's get them out of office. But of course, the longest journey starts with but a single step. And so they're doing everything wrong right now. Pretending carbon dioxide is not a problem. Pretending methane leaks from the oil and gas industry. You may have heard this expression, flaring gas, burning it, turning methane into carbon dioxide. But you don't get all the methane. Methane's very strong greenhouse gas. Pretending this isn't a problem is not in anyone's best interest. And this is the thing I always wonder about these guys. Don't they have kids? Don't they want grandkids? And you're mortgaging the future, as the old saying goes. Now, we've been talking about this for decades, and this is a new tactic from this administration. It really is surprising. The other thing that happened just yesterday and last night was Steve Voss. You may not know this guy. He's at NOAA, and he's been put on administrative leave. And he ran NESDIS, National Environmental Satellite Data Information Service. And so they're curtailing that. They're pretending that by turning off satellites or stop taking satellite data, you can ignore the problem. It really is amazing. And I'm paraphrasing as best I can Upton Sinclair, who said it's very hard for a man to accept a fact when his living depends on him pretending it's not true. And here we are. It's really a serious problem.
An end with Upton Sinclair is I would expect nothing less from you. Thank you for reminding all of us. For people out there, they are not powerless. They can engage here. The climate crisis impacts everybody. It impacts our water. It impacts our air. It impacts our children, our grandchildren. You are the best person to remind us of all of that, Bill and I. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you. Can I throw in one more thing?
Sure.
You worked for the government. I guess you were part of the deep state or whatever. But everybody, I guess like everybody, I think of myself as a patriot. I was born here. Both of my parents are veterans of World War II. Their ashes are at Arlington National Cemetery. Okay. We want the U.S. to lead. We want the U.S. to lead in addressing climate change, not pretend it's not happening. Come on, everybody. We can do this. So I wonder often if the other side is just scared, like they're just afraid to address this issue. They're afraid to take it on. But the longest journey begins with a single step. Let's go. Thank you very much, Jen.